Hello everybody, it's Slushie, and welcome back to another movie review. Now today we're reviewing The Unholy.
Don't doubt her. Doubt weakens faith.
It's the work of the unholy. Faith in evil empowers evil.
For your souls to marry.
With you.
So, normally when I make a movie review, I like having a copy of the movie to hold off to the side. I don't know why, I just like holding a copy of it up while I'm talking about it. I don't know, it's just kind of my thing. But obviously this movie's still in theaters, so I don't really have a copy, but I do have my ticket. So I'm gonna hold up my ticket. I don't know, it's just kind of my thing. It's like pretty much a trademark or something. The thing about this movie is going in, I knew it was going to be a jump scare fest. I knew it was going to have a shit ton of jump scares, and it was going to be a little bit heavy on them, but also include a little bit of story into it, which is kind of what brought me into it. But honestly, if I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, the reasons why I saw this movie, there's a couple of major reasons why I saw this. For one, it's a horror movie. For two, Sam Raimi produced it. Sam Raimi can get me to see any horror movie. So if I see his name attached to a horror movie, and I see Ghost House Pictures logo in the movie, I'm going. I'm sold. Okay, I don't even need to see the rest of the preview. I can pause it from that point on, and I'm going. The thing that separates this movie from a lot of the other movies that are jump scare fest, for example, The Nun, that's one that's like filled with jump scares, less story, more jump scares. Which kind of upset me a little bit. Didn't really feel like a Conjuring movie, but this movie kind of juggles the whole jump scares and story bit quite well. I mean, it's like you got a jump scare, you got a good chunk of story mixed in with a jump scare, and it's like I can deal with it, right? I mean, it's a lot of jump scares, which usually would get major points off for me, but again, because they mixed it in so well and it didn't feel so forced all the time, I can roll with it. The jump scares weren't that distracting from the movie itself. And the jump scares don't really work for me. Didn't jump a single time. That's nothing new. Most jump scares don't work for me. So I guess that's one negative, is that the jump scares don't really have a payoff. At least not for me. Maybe there's other people out there that got scared to hell. I mean, in my section at the theater, there was a couple of people that were jumping, because I could literally feel the chairs rattling in my section. So people were definitely getting a little freaked out by him. So maybe I'm just the lone. Even my mom, who's not a huge horror fan, or a horror fan at all rather, she didn't even get scared by the jump scares. So if that's I feel like that speaks volumes onto the film's jump scares. So someone who doesn't even like horror movies didn't get scared by them, and somebody who loves horror movies didn't get scared by them. So I mean, to me, that speaks a little bit of volumes on the jump scares. But Evan Stilopoulos, whatever the fuck his name is, he has a long ass name, and I'm sorry for butchering the shit out of it, man. Maybe just make your name shorter. I don't know what to tell you. But the dude, he can direct, and the cinematography in this movie is fantastic. It's very, I don't know how to explain it. It's like very beautiful, yet dark at the same time. The way that it's filmed and everything, I loved it. Beginning to end, this movie is a fantastic horror film. Again, not scary. I would more so classify this as more like a horror thriller type thing, because it just doesn't really have any scary vibes to it for me. And Mary, the villain of the movie, her design is fantastic. I mean, I don't know if it's like all CGI. It didn't look like it was CGI. It looked like there might have been a little makeup involved. And the mask that Mary wears, it's awesome. I would love to buy one of those masks. It looks sick as hell. And the thing about the religious inclusion into the story, with the religious background in a horror movie, it works so well, because a lot of people see religion as like a safety blanket, right? They're like, if something bad happens, I can go pray and everything I will feel better about myself, and everything will be better. But when a horror movie includes religion into it, and it makes it seem like there is no safety blanket, like you're fucked. You're fucked, basically. I think that's such an awesome concept. I mean, this movie is based entirely around religion, and I mean, for God's sakes, the villain's name is Mary. So, That being said, the music is fantastic. I pretty much love everything about this movie. I don't really have any hard criticisms. The only things, again, that I would really even mention is the jump scares. The over reliance on jump scares is always a thing that irks me. I'm like, why? Why not tell your story with occasional jump scares littered in? Like, seriously, there's other ways to bring fear to the table. You know, suspense. That's one big way to bring fear. I mean, John Carpenter's the master of suspense, and everybody loves his movies. Why? Because they don't have an over reliance on jump scares. It's more based on the dread that you feel leading up to a potential scare. So, like, the best way to have a jump scare is to have like a funny moment and then boom, scares the shit out of you. That's when jump scares work. Not if you're just like, okay, there's a guy walking and she pops out at you, or they turn around, jump scare, or something happens, a door slams. It's like, guys, like, seriously, you don't need a ton of jump scares to make a really good scary horror movie. And in fact, to me, the over-reliance on jump scares make your movie less scary. That's just my opinion. Of course, there's people out there that probably jump at every single jump scare, and more power to you guys. I'm glad it works for you guys, because it doesn't work for me. But The Unholy as a film itself, jump scares included, is a very good film, and I recommend you guys see it in theaters. It's not my favorite horror movie ever made, and it's not my favorite movie produced by Sam Raimi at all. The Grudge 2020 is probably one of my favorites. But this one, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, actually, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10 for sure. Again, it's not perfect, but it's a very entertaining film, very good film. So go watch it in theaters. It's definitely one that you're going to want to see in theaters, especially if jump scares work for you, because the surround sound situation, perfect for jump scares. It feels like it's coming at you legit. So go see The Unholy in theaters. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit like if you enjoyed this, subscribe if you're not already, hit the bell to get notified anytime I make a video or stream. Keep up to date with the channel, there's some crazy going on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.